morning, Faith Lutheran. I'm Shay Turner.
And I'm Marcelo Blanco. Thank you for joining us.
Stakes are high this year for the men's lacrosse.
Today we're going to be finding out what students' favorite classes are.
There's a conspiracy theory floating around about the authenticity of these stores.
Good morning, Faith Lutheran. I'm Marcelo Blanco.
And I'm Shay Turner. Thank you for joining us.
Today's top story of the day is from Danita Romani, where she investigated how students' tuition is used by the school.
Have you ever wondered what tuition at Faith covers? Hi, I'm Danita Romani, and we're going to be clearing up any student misconceptions about tuition.
I believe they pay for expanding the school and making the school a bit better, because they always expand every year, making more programs for each of the different academies and clubs, which I think is really awesome.
Obviously, it's like mostly education. Then there's like actual materials, and there's like the teachers, there's faculty, landscaping, athletics, drug tests, security. I think that's it.
You can look at our largest expense, of course, is the salary and benefits for our faculty and staff. It's very, very important to us that we take good care of them and pay them appropriately for the incredible work that they do here every day.
Tuition pays for more than 100 budget line items at Faith Lutheran, including landscaping and security.
Anything you see happening on this campus, tuition covers, whether it's mowing the grass in the amphitheater or cleaning the building every single night or buying insurance for the school so that if we're sued, we're prepared for that, to buying all of the stuff that you use in class, whether you're dissecting an animal in science or you're watching a DVD in social studies class, tuition obviously covers that. There are 193 people who work here every day, and so making sure that we pay them appropriately is important. Athletics costs money, the fine arts costs money, clubs cost money. We have huge electric bills and water bills and gas bills, of course, that we have to pay, the general utilities of the school.
Tuition does not cover new buildings and the expansion of Faith's campus.
So this year, there are currently 1,935 students. When you add up tuition and fees and some of the other ways that we get money, our budget this year is about $27 million. And so what our job is to make sure that we take in enough that we can afford to deliver on all the promises we make to people, that we're going to pay them, that we're going to pay our vendors, that we're going to provide an outstanding academic experience, an athletic experience, an arts experience for our kids after school. We want to make sure that we take in enough money that we can provide all that.
Thanks to Dr. Book and all our other helpful interviews for advising us along the way. Hopefully now you know where the student tuition goes towards. I'm Danita Romani for the FLNN, signing off.
Thank you, Danita. Speaking of the CEO's job, Blake Cheater asked students what they would do differently if they were Faith's CEO.
This is Blake Cheater reporting for FLNN. Today we're asking people what they would do if they were CEO of Faith Lutheran. If you were CEO of Faith Lutheran, what would you do?
I would make free dress every day.
I would make lunch a lot better and a lot longer, and I would make classes a lot shorter.
Rehire Dr. Book in a minute.
I would definitely build out all the fields, make a new stadium for the football team, and then baseball and softball get new fields, make an aquatic center, we don't have one of those, and then get new tennis courts. And we already have a nice gym, so.
I would give Mr. Choi a raise.
I would immediately tear down the portables and actually begin construction on like an actual building instead of the portables.
I would create individual parking spots for all of the teachers.
I think something that I would do is I would want to get like a big field and fill it with like golden retrievers, and so people can like go there and just like play with puppies all day. And I would also make an anxiety relief room to help kids with anxiety.
This is Blake Cheater reporting for FLNN. Back to you.
Thank you, Blake. Faith is always looking to find new ways to better their students, and part of that is offering new classes to them.
Several new classes have been implemented this school year, including criminal justice and TV and film acting.
Shane Saragosa talked to students who are enrolled in these new classes this semester.
Hi, I'm Shane Saragosa from the FLNN. There are a lot of new classes around Faith Lutheran. Let's figure out what they are and what they learn in them.
There are a lot of new classes around the school, including Japanese, law enforcement, and television, film, and acting. There are also classes that have been changed from clubs or electives like MMA or the greenhouse.
What have you learned in this class?
So far I've learned how to write Japanese and katakana and how to like read it too.
I've learned like the history of how police officers came about.
What gave you the idea to teach this class?
So I did law enforcement for 28 years. I worked with the local police department. The reason I loved law enforcement as much as I did was because it's a service profession, and I love to serve. And in doing so, when I retired, I wanted to make sure that my service continued, and I thought this was a wonderful way to do it by reaching out to the students in this school, not only through my Christian beliefs, but also with regards to using all the experience that I've had over the 28 years.
Why are you taking this new class?
I'm taking this because I have family in Japan, and I kind of like want to learn their culture and their language.
So right now we're learning the like investigation process for like covering a crime scene. So I feel like that's really interesting.
How much time did you have to put into making this as a class?
A lot. I thought it was going to be very easy because of 28 years experience, just under 28 years. I figured I had all the material, all the knowledge, all the background. However, dealing with high school is much different than dealing with law enforcement professionals and what have you. I've gone through the FBI National Academy. I'm a graduate over there. Just all the different training and the background that I've had that I've been blessed to acquire. Dealing with the students is a much different venue. It's a great venue. It's in many ways much better than a professional venue, but it did require a lot of work.
Wow, these classes seem great. I'm Shane Zaragoza from the FLNN. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Shane. Another new class this year is the Mixed Martial Arts class.
Taught by Mr. Schallenberger, Grace Jacobson lets us know more about this new class.
Hi, I'm Grace from the FLNN. Faith Lutheran offers a new dynamic physical education class, such as mixed martial arts, so we went to that class to see what it was all about. This new mixed martial arts class is offered as an elective at Faith Lutheran. Anyone can take this class to learn more about self-defense and also sport fighting, such as boxing, jiu-jitsu, and wrestling.
I'd say geared more towards sport, but we definitely cover some self-defense.
I just kind of wanted to further my knowledge with self-defense.
How do you warm up to start?
We run around the room, like the wrestling room, and then we do like stretches and stuff, yeah.
Mostly ground stuff, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, but we're getting into the stand-up part now, so.
I learned how to choke somebody. I mean, like, if someone's trying to kill you, I mean, it'll help, right?
Yes, I've learned like a few like basic wrestling moves, and it's good for like any combat situation.
So would you sign up for the new MMA class? Back to you.
Thank you, Grace. Remember, Wednesday, October 10th is an all-school testing day. It'll be a half day and all students must be off campus by noon.
However, if you're a senior, there is no school.
For the FLNN, I'm Shay Turner.
And I'm Rachel Blanco. God bless.